So today's going to be a block class because yesterday I was working from home from the St. Pete Fine Art Museum, because you could take your conference call wherever you go. And the whole DRISHTI, like it showed up again. It was one of the artists who did a woodcut. Alison Saar. Alison Saar's work investigates ancestry, spirituality, and multiracial identities. The title, Mirror, Mirror, Mulatta Seeking Inner Negress, referred to her biracial identity as the figure holds up a frying pan to see her reflection. The gaze is important in Saar's work as she leaves blank spots where the eyes would typically be. Influenced by histories of slavery and sexual objectification of the black body, Saar states, how do you survive those things and how do you survive those affronts? One of the ways you do that is by not giving the satisfaction of returning that gaze. You still have control. So there's not much in this life that we can control. We can control our breath, and we can control our spotlight of attention, whether it be our attention from inside our head or our attention from where we land our eyes. And when you control your breath and where you send your gaze, it actually exerts control over how you feel, your emotions, and how your body feels. So today we're going to exert control over where we land our eyes with the blocks. So grab 2 blocks, and we're going to set our gaze. Our drishti is going to be on one physical block throughout the entire class, and I will cue that as we move from pose to pose. My name is Jennifer. And we have 75 minutes to take this journey into power, focusing on gaze. So have your blocks handy at the front of your mat and begin in child's pose. Yeah, begin with your drishti inward or your drishti focusing on your mat underneath your forehead. Yeah, begin to exert control over your ujjayi breathing in and out your nose. As you bring the spotlight of your attention to where you are purposefully landing your eyes. Downward facing dog. Set your eyes at the back edge of your mat, between your feet, one physical spot. And as you focus on that one physical spot, you become aware that when you focus on one physical spot, your peripheral vision becomes quite broad and expansive. Walk your feet up to your hands, take ragdoll pose. Eyes at the back edge of your mat or between your heels. Extended mountain. Send your eyes to one spot on the ceiling. Reach up. See the ceiling, then bring your hands to heart center, set your eyes to the tips of your middle fingers. We'll open the container with the sound of 3 ohms. Extended mountain, eyes to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hands to one of your blocks and place it at the front edge of your mat so that you can see it. And come to high push-up, high plank. Now looking at the block, low plank. Upward facing dog, one spot, one physical spot for your eyes. Downward facing dog, look between your toes, one physical spot. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend your knees, look at your block, jump, top of your mat. Yes, halfway lift. Forward fold. Take your block with you. Take your block in your hands, press it to the ceiling, eyes on your block, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Eyes to the block. Set it down at the top of your mat, halfway lift, eyes on the block. Vinyasa, high to low. Keep your eyes on your block as you transition from high to low. Good, Larissa. Up dog, one spot. Yes, Danielle. Down dog, one spot. Good. Controlling where you land your physical spotlight of attention. Everyone inhale. Exhale, look at your block, get empty, jump your feet to your hands. Yes, Mike, yes, Jen, forward fold. Take the block with you, extended mountain, press it up, eyes on the block. Forward fold, eyes on the block, set it down. Keep your eyes on the block, halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Up dog, one spot. Down dog between your feet, one spot. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Look at your block at the top of your mat, jump there. Yes, halfway lift. Yeah, good, EB, forward fold. Take it with you, extended mountain, reach your eyes to the brick, send it to the ceiling. Fold forward, keep your eyes on the block. Good, Jessica. Halfway lift. Yes, eyes on the block. So good, Jimmy. Vinyasa with your eyes on the block. High to low, one physical spot, up dog. Between your toes, down dog. Good work. Yeah. Bend your knees, look at your block. Jump there. Halfway lift. Eyes on the block. Forward fold, eyes on the block. Take it with you, extended mountain, rise up, reach up, fold forward, training your gaze to the physical brick, vinyasa, high to low. One physical spot for your eyes and up dog, down dog between your feet. Good, bend your knees, look at the block, jump to the block. Yeah, halfway lift, forward fold. Take it with you, eyes on the block, reach your eyes up, your fingers up, fold forward, place the block down, halfway lift, glue your eyeballs to it, vinyasa, high to low. Good work, y'all. I see the concentration. I see your spotlight of attention. Bend your knees, look at the block, jump. Yes, Danielle, halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain, take your block on a trip, your eyes on a trip, one spot, forward fold. Halfway lift, flow. Yes, Mike, up dog, one spot, down dog between your toes. Bend your knees, look at your block, jump. Yes, halfway lift. Forward fold. Take your block in between your hands, chair pose. Set your eyes on your block and come into chair pose. Eyes on your block, either out in front or up, makes no difference. Eyes on the block is the difference. You exerting control over things that are just automatic, typically, without thought. When you bring thought into it, you harness your power. Breathe in. So good, breathe out. One more inhale. Bow forward, eyes on the block. Halfway lift, eyes on the block. Hands on your mat, vinyasa, high to low. Yes. Up dog, down dog. Step your right foot forward for warrior one. Take the block with you. Eyes on the block, warrior one. And be here, observing the color, the shape, the divots, whatever you can see as a physical spot on your block. Breathe in and breathe out. Another. Vinyasa, place your block down, keep your eyes on it as you flow from high to low. One spot on the ceiling, up dog. Yes, Larissa. Between your toes, down dog. Warrior one, left side. Take the block with you. Put your eyes on it. See it. Vinyasa, place the block down, set your eyes on it and flow. Controlling your breath, controlling your movement, coming into down dog. Bend your knees, look at the block, jump. Halfway lift, forward fold. Eyes on the block, chair pose, take it with you. Sit low, reach the block high. One more breath. Bow forward. Halfway lift, eyes to the block. Vinyasa, eyes on the block, you flow. Up dog, see the ceiling. Down dog, see your toes. Warrior one, right side, take the block with you. Magnetize your eyes to the block. Yes, Mike. Vinyasa, high to low. Moving your gaze from the block, from pose to pose. One physical spot, warrior one, left side. Step, take the block with you. Rise. And you flow. With your breath, harnessing the control over your breath to move pose to pose. Harnessing your gaze to see one physical spot, pose to pose. Good work, everyone. Bend your knees, look at your block, jump. Yes, halfway lift, forward fold. Chair pose, take the block with you, eyes on the block. See your block, yes, so good. Bow forward. Halfway lift, see the block and you flow. So good, Jen. Up dog, see the ceiling. Down dog, see your toes. Take warrior one, right side, take the block with you, see it, lift it, and you flow. Place the block down, you flow with your eyes on that one physical spot. Harnessing your power. Take warrior one, left side. And you flow. Good. Eyes to the block. One physical spot, y'all. So good. Harnessing your magnificent spotlight of attention with your breath, your gaze, and we meet in downward facing dog where you see between your toes. Breathe in, breathe out. One more sun salutation B. Bend your knees, look at your block, jump. Yes, halfway lift. Forward fold. Take the block, chair pose. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Place it on your mat, vinyasa, high to low. Good, Jessica. Yes, Jimmy, high to low. See the ceiling one spot. Good. Down dog. Take warrior one, right side with your block in your hands, your eyes on your block, and you flow. Place it down and move from high to low. Good. Up dog, one spot. Yes, Jessica. Down dog. Warrior one, left side. Eyes on your block. Lift your gaze. Lift your block. Vinyasa. Move. Pose to pose. Lift your right leg. Bend your knees. Stack your hips. Flip your dog, take the block in your right hand, either block in your right hand, and set your eyes to the block in your right hand. Lift the block in your right hand higher, press it farther away from your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Side plank, right hand down, take the block in your left hand. Now spin around, block in your left hand, set your eyes to the block in your left hand. Focusing your physical eye attention. Downward facing dog, eyes to the back of your mat. Lift your left leg. And prepare. Grab the block in your left hand, flip your dog. Set your eyes to the block in your left hand. Lift it, press it away from your feet. Ujjayi breathing, strong, powerful, victorious. Side plank, left hand down. Switch the block into your opposite hand and set your eyes up to it. To one corner, to one side, one physical point. Good work, y'all. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge, take the block in your hands. Reach the block up to the ceiling, set your eyes up to the ceiling in your crescent lunge or out in front, your choice, but keep your eyes on that block. And take the block to heart center, see it. See it, squeeze, squeeze the block, squeeze in. And keep the block in your hands, twist to the right. Twist can be small, twist can be big. See the block. Hear your breath. Hear the control you're exerting over your breath. As you're controlling your gaze, hear the physical manifestation of your lung control. Come back to center, crescent lunge, hands at heart center. Warrior 2, take the block in your right hand and set your eyes to the block in your right hand for Warrior 2. And notice, did you lose your drishti as you transitioned? There's so much to see. But today, for now, see your block. Keep your eyes on your block. Reverse your warrior, up and back. See your block. Extended side angle. Take the block in your hand to the floor. Take a block in your left hand and reach it forward. Now reach the block in your left hand towards the front of the room and set your eyes to the block. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Vinyasa, set the block down and see it as you go from high to low. See the ceiling, up dog, one spot. Down dog, see your toes. Crescent lunge, left foot forward, taking the block with you. Bring the block to heart center. Set your eyes to the top of the block. Twist to the left, a little or a lot. See the block. See the block and hear your breath. Warrior 2, block in your left hand. And keep your eyes on that one physical point. Good. Strong breath is happening here. Very, very good, y'all. Reverse your warrior, eyes on the block, up and back. Extended side angle. Left hand takes the block to the earth, right hand grabs a block. Set your eyes to the block in your right hand. work. Place the block down, top of your mat, you flow. Good work, high to low. Up dog to the ceiling. Good, Mike. Down dog between your toes. Bend your knees, look at the block at the top of your mat, pause here. Get empty on an exhale. Jump to the block. Halfway lift, forward fold. Take the block, chair pose. Eyes to the block in chair pose. Bring the block to heart center. See the block. Twist to the right with the block. See it. Hear your breath and see the block. Nothing else matters right here, right now. Hearing your breath, beautiful breath, so good. Chair pose, eyes to the block. Fold forward, eyes to the block. Halfway lift, eyes on your block. Chair pose. See the block, yeah, so good. Hands to center, see the block. Twist to the left. And notice where you land your eyes. And do it on purpose. To the block. Fold forward, eyes to the block. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Split your feet hips width distance apart. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers. Set your eyes at the back edge of your mat. One physical point, one physical spot at the back of your mat. And notice if your gaze shifts, or your gaze gets lazy. Begin again. One physical point. And from there you can see everything. Release your big toes, slide your hands underneath your feet, and keep your eyes at the back of your mat. Release and take crow pose or forearm plank, keeping your eyes on one physical spot. Crow or forearm plank, one physical spot for your eyes. For 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa, high to low. Keep your eyes on one spot. So good, y'all. Up dog, one spot. Down dog, see between your toes. Bend your knees, look at your block. When you're empty, jump. Jump. Yes, halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, take your block with you. Bring your block and your eyes to the block heart center. And keep the block in between your hands. Keep your gaze on the block between your hands. Take eagle legs. Keep your gaze on the block. Take eagle legs. Keep your eyes on the block. Switch sides. Eyes on the block, switch sides. Eyes on the block, switch sides. Eyes on the block, come to stand, both feet on the earth. Keep your eyes on your block. Standing leg raise, bring your right knee into your chest, keep your eyes on that block. The block is your focus today, the block only. Open your right leg out to the side, keep your eyes on the block. You can take the block in your left hand and reach your left hand with the block out, look at the block. Eyes to the block. That's the focus. That's your focus. Come back to center, eyes on the block. Airplane. Eyes to the block at the top of your mat, or eyes in the block in your hand. Yes, for warrior 3, hands. Your call. Eyes on a block. Wherever you are, eyes on a block. Good work. Half moon, block in your left hand, block in your right hand. Set your eyes to the block in your right hand. Eyes to the block in your right hand. For 10. 1, 2, 3, see the block. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward fold, eyes to the block. Extended mountain with the block in your hands. My frog is still here. Take the block, heart center. Set your eyes to the block. Standing leg raise, left side. Keep your eyes on the block. Lift your left leg. Keep your eyes on the block. Open your right arm out to the right. Set your eyes on the block as you open up. See the block. See the block as your only physical focus. Yes. Come back to center, eyes on the block. See the block. Hear your breath, see the block. Airplane or warrior 3, eyes on a block. Either between your hands or eyes to the block on your mat. One physical spot for your eyes to rest. Good, Jessica. Yes, Jimmy, I see you. Intensity, control. Half moon, block in your right hand, block in your left hand. Eyes on the block in your left hand. See it. Seeing the block is your only priority with your eyes. The only other priority is breathing loud and free. For 10. 1, 2, eyes to the block. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward fold, eyes to the block, back of your mat, one physical spot. Good work, y'all. Good work. Yeah, exerting control over things that we kind of take for granted, where our eyes are, how intense we're breathing, how deep we're breathing. Yeah, that's good work. Take the block with you. Come up to standing. Dancer pose. Take the block in your left hand. And grab the inside of your right foot. Eyes to the block. Grab the inside of your right foot for dancer pose. Reaching back, yeah, eyes to the block. And let that be your only physical focus, your eyes on the block, and take dancer. Breathe. Where's your breath go? Keep your eyes on the block, change sides, eyes on the block, change sides. So good. And take dancer, breathe. Eyes on the block, change sides. See it, and switch. Gaze on the block, switch. Keep your eyes on the block, come to stand. Tree pose, eyes on the block. Take your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh, makes no difference. Keep your eyes on the block. That's gonna make the difference right now. Keeping your eyes on the block is gonna make the difference. Take tree, see your block. Keep your eyes on the block, change sides. Bring both feet to the earth, look at your block. Extended mountain, eyes on the block, reach up, breathe in, fold forward, breathe out. Keep your eyes on your block, halfway lift, inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. See your block. Up dog, see the ceiling, one spot. Down dog, see between your toes. Step your right foot forward for triangle. Right hand to a block. Left hand lifts a block to the ceiling. And set your eyes to the block in your left hand. And only see the block in your left hand. Breathe into your back body. See the block in your left hand. Keep your eyes on the block in your left hand. Come up to standing. See the block. Point your right toes to face the left side of your mat. Keep your eyes on the block. Bow forward, side facing, wide angle forward fold. Take the block to the earth and look at the long edge of your yoga mat. One spot on the long edge of your yoga mat, maybe your neighbor's yoga mat, you find a spot to see. Maybe you put your eyes on their block. One physical spot for your eyes. Breathe. Harness your breath. Harness your gaze. Come up to standing, take a block with you. Keep your eyes to your block. Pyramid pose, right toes point forward. Bring your left foot halfway up and wide. Keep your eyes on the block. Yeah, feel your mat under your feet to gauge wide feet. Eyes to the block or eyes to your left big toe. One physical point. And breathe. Yeah, we're used to exerting control over our bodies, right? Make it do all kinds of things. Harnessing your gaze may be new. Having the block as a physical point can be your teacher. Twisting triangle, left hand to the earth or a block, right hand takes a block to the ceiling. Right hand takes a block to the ceiling for twisting triangle. See the block. See the block. And know that if keeping your eyes on the block changes your twisting triangle, that is good. That is good for today. That is good for right now. The block is your only goal. Vinyasa, eyes to the block. Eyes to the ceiling. See your feet. Good work, y'all. Left side triangle. Left hand to a block, right hand carries a block to the ceiling. Eyes on the block in your right hand. See it. Breathe. And controlling your gaze and controlling your breath is a superpower, just like controlling your body to get it to a yoga mat every day is a superpower. But unlike getting your body to a yoga mat every day, you can use your superpower of your breath and your gaze anywhere, with any footwear, any clothing, any situation. And this is today's practice, honing the superpower of your gaze and your breath. And come up to standing, keep your eyes on the block, point all your toes to the right side of your mat, keep your eyes on the block and bow forward. One physical point for your eyeballs. Breathe. The spotlight of your attention is so powerful. So powerful. You become unmessable with. Good work. And take the block, come up to standing, create pyramid pose, eyes on the block. Pyramid pose, eyes on the block. Left toes forward, widen your stance, and take your gaze down to the block, down to your right big toe. And practice the superpower of your attention with your eyes. for all of life as a practice. Twisting triangle, take a block in your left hand to the ceiling. A block in your right hand is also good. Look at the block in your left hand. See it, that's your only focus. See the block in your left hand. Nothing else that you could see in this room, nothing else matters. Just your block. Vinyasa, eyes on your block. Flow. One spot on the ceiling. Yes, one spot between your toes. Shift forward to high push-up. See the block at the top of your mat. High push-up. Low push-up, keep your eyes on the block. High push-up, eyes on the block. Low push-up, see the block. High push-up, see the block. Low push-up, high push-up. One more, low push-up. Lower all the way down. Put one ear on your mat. Close your eyes. Reset your gaze. Reset your drishti, right? Reset it right here. Reset your whole body. For this locust pose, your gaze will be the top edge of your mat. Locust pose, rise up. See the top edge of your mat. Let that be your one physical spot for your eyes. Good, Mike. Yes, Jen. Marissa, Danielle, so good. See the top edge of your mat. I know you can see it underneath all that hair, E.B. I know you can see your mat. Jimmy, yes. Jessica, for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put your other ear on your mat. Reset your gaze. Eyes closed. Body resting. Breathe. Ujjayi breathing. Locust pose. See the top edge of your mat. Rise. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Reset your gaze. For floor bow, your gaze will be the top edge of your mat. Rise up. Floor bow. Half bow, full bow, rise. See the top edge of your mat. 1. Top edge of your mat. 2. Yeah, so good. Long necks here. 3, 4, 5. Superpower of your gaze. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Good work. Yes. So good. Floor bow. Eyes at the top of your mat. 1 spot. Rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let it go. Close your eyes. Reset your whole body. Upward facing dog. Eyes on one spot on the ceiling. Downward facing dog, see your toes. One spot between your toes. Come down to your knees. Take your block in your hands. And take camel with the block in between your hands. Set your eyes to the block, see it. And everything else falls away. Three huge breaths right here, looking at your block, feeling your ribs expand. Three huge breaths. And then keep your eyes on your block and sit on your heels. Camel pose, eyes on your block. And practicing your gaze. And keep your eyes on your block, come out of camel and sit on your heels, eyes on your block. Good work. Close your eyes and come to your back and set up bridge pose. Eyes closed. Eyes closed as you transition. So your drishti is clear and clean. Create bridge with your physical body and then look at the ceiling, one spot at the ceiling. Find one spot when you've created the physical foundation of bridge. Keep your eyes on that one physical spot in your bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down out of bridge. Keep your eyes on that one spot or close your eyes if you prefer to clean your drishti between bridge and wheel. We have 6 more opportunities for you to set your eyes on that one physical spot and come up into bridge or wheel. You can come up and stay up, you can come up and go down. One physical spot is all I want your eyes to be focused on. You come up into wheel, your physical spot is the top edge of the back of your mat between your hands. Good, Jimmy. Number 1. 1, 2, 3. So good, Evie. 4, 5. Yes, Mike. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 3. 1, 2. Yes, Jessica. Yes, Danielle. 4, 5. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So good, Jen. Jen, Larissa. Yes. Number 5. 1, 2. See the back edge of your mat and wheel. 3, 4, 5. Number 6. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down, close your eyes. Take Supta Baddha Konasana. Eyes closed, hand to heart, hand to belly. Feel your breath. Reset your gaze. Happy baby, eyes to one spot on the ceiling, one spot. Happy baby. See the one spot. Breathe into your back body. Press your back body down as you inhale. And close your eyes. Find one of your blocks with your eyes closed. And place the block in between your ankles. And send your feet up to the ceiling. Now open your eyes and see the block between your feet. See the block between your feet and pulse your fingers up towards that block for 10. 1. See the block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Keep your eyes on the block. Pulse towards the block for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your legs 60 degrees. Pulse towards the block for 10. 1, 2, 3. See the block. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close your eyes. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Reset. Now keep the block between your ankles. Put your hands under your tailbone. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed for right now. Hands under your tailbone. Send your legs up to the ceiling, squeezing the block between your ankles. 30, 60 legs. Open your eyes, see the block. Lower your legs 30 degrees. 60 degrees. Hover the block 2 inches up off the floor. Look up, see the block. See the block for 10. See the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Keep your eyes on the block. Lower 30. Eyes on the block 60. Hover your feet. See the block. 1, 2, 3. See the block. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Eyes on the block. Lower 30. 60. Hover, see the block, sway your feet with the block, side to side. 1, 2, oh, so good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Keep your eyes on the block. Reset your gaze if you need to. Lower down 30. Yes, 60. I hear you. Hover your feet, look at the block, sway, circle, do something with your feet. See the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze your knees into your chest, close your eyes. Squeeze the block between your knees. Interlace your hands at the nape of your neck. Freeze your legs in space. Freeze your legs. Squeeze your knees on the blocks. Eyes on the block, abdominal twists. 1, we're going for 40. 2, keep looking at the block. See it with your peripheral vision. 3, 4, squeeze it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Squeeze your knees in, close your eyes, reset your gaze, reconnect to your breath. And come up to high boat with the block between your hands. High boat with the block between your hands. If you want, you can put one between your thighs or your shins, your choice. High boat, see the block. So good. See the block, twist to the right. Come back to center, see the block. To the left, see the block. To center, to the right. Center, to the right. If you want to move faster, move faster. Center, right, center, left. Low boat, eyes on the block. Yeah, center, right, center, left. You go as fast or as slow as you want, keeping your eyes on the block. Honing your attention. Take 3 more twists, right, center, left, left, center, right. Eyes on the block, so good, y'all. Stretch it out, close your eyes, reset. Reset. Take the biggest breath right here, let it go, stretch out, close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, take reclined half pigeon or make your way to traditional half pigeon. So many consonants in that phrase. Traditional half pigeon. And when you get to your favorite pigeon, create your gaze. One physical spot. One physical spot. Nothing else matters. One physical spot. How good or bad or hard or whatever you're using to describe this pigeon, doesn't matter. Your gaze matters. The depth of your breath matters. Switch sides. Keeping your drishti clean, one physical spot to one physical spot, or closing your eyes as you set up for pigeon, half pigeon. Practicing the superpower of your gaze, the superpower of your breath. Double pigeon or seated figure 4. Be mindful of where you put your eyes. Switch sides, mindful of your gaze. Frog pose. Be mindful of your gaze as you enter frog so that you can be in frog, unmessable with your gaze on one physical spot or your eyes closed. And breathing deeply. Practicing your breathing, practicing keeping in the focus of your gaze when you're presented with a challenge like frog, or a challenge like being still. Because for some people, frog's not a challenge. But for everyone, controlling your breath and controlling your gaze is a superpower. Practice your gaze, practice your breath for the next 30 seconds. Close your eyes, crawl forward out of frog with your eyes closed. Bring your belly to the floor, your head, your face to your hands. Eyes closed, pause. Again, resetting your gaze, resetting your body. And with your eyes closed, come up to seated and set up. Seated tree, single leg extension. And once you've created the physical foundation of the pose, open your eyes and bring your eyes towards your navel. See what you see. Switch legs, seated single leg extension with the other side. Switch sides. Eyes to your navel. Seated forward fold, if you've not already done so. If you have, switch sides. Eyes to your navel. Reverse tabletop, close your eyes, enter into reverse tabletop. Open your eyes, see one spot on the back wall for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down to your bottom, close your eyes, reset. Set up fish pose, put your hands into your tailbone. Set your gaze to one physical spot on the back wall, lifting your chest, pressing your forearms down. And with your eyes on that one physical spot on the back wall, spread all 10 toes. Breathe. Close your eyes, come out of fish pose. And then set up your inversion with your eyes closed. Waterfall, block into your tailbone, headstand, shoulder stand, whatever inversion is in your practice. When you've created the inversion, set your eyes to one physical spot. One physical spot. Wherever you are, the spotlight of your attention is always under your control. It may not always seem like it, but when you exert control over your gaze and your breath, you become unmessable with. Shoulder standers, keep your eyes on that one spot. Take plow. One spot. Take ear pinning pose, bend your knees, bring them by your ears. Keep looking at that one spot. Keep your eyes on the one spot. Slowly come down out of your inversion, everyone. Keep your eyes on that one spot. Slowly come down, stretch out. Remove the block. Take a simple supine twist. Hug your right knee or your left knee, whichever one. Twist. Eyes on one physical spot. Switch sides. Control your gaze. Control your breath. Good. Come back to center. Center your gaze at that one physical spot. Supta Baddha Konasana. Close your eyes. Take your Shavasana. I'll mask up and I'll come around and I'll place a cool lavender towel on your forehead. If this is something you do not want, please place one hand on your belly so that I can see and honor your request. Yeah, take whatever shape you want to take for your final resting pose. Release control over your gaze. Release control over your breath. You have done the practice. You have put in the work. Receive. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers and toes and roll to your favorite side. Slowly press yourself up to an easy seat at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center, eyes to your fingertips or eyes closed. And we'll seal the container of this class with the sound of 3 ohms. Take your thumb knuckles to your forehead center, lift your chin towards the ceiling, towards the heavens, and invite in whatever it is you need to become a reminder of your superpower, of your breath and your gaze. And together we bow. Thank you, Jen, Evie, Larissa, Mike, Danielle, Jessica, Jimmy. Give yourself a big round of applause for the work that you put in, the practicing that you did. Thank you so much for being here, for yourself and for others. Happy Saturday. Bye, Jessica. Bye, Jimmy.